Hello static heads. I haven't made a video in a week and I didn't think that this was gonna be the video that I would be making next, but since I haven't made a video in a week, I kind of want to let you guys know why that's the case. And also this is something that's going to affect me for the lifetime of this channel, so y'all might as well know now. And it's also something educational, which could actually help a few of you in the future by just like knowing about it. So let me just jump right into it. So I have this disease called IBD, otherwise known as death. Inflammatory bowel disease. Most people know about IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, and IBD is kind of related because you always, I always have to go to the bathroom, I have like chronic diarrhea. TMI, my friends. Okay, yes, this video is gonna have too much information, but yeah, this is a disease that affects my day-to-day life. Like, I'm not dying. I feel like I'm dying a lot of the time, but I'm not dying, and I just want to let y'all know kind of what it is. So what IBD is inflammatory bowel disease. What that means is my digestive system is like constantly inflamed. It's constantly feeling, it's kind of like an autoimmune disease. It kind of, if you heard of Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, Mr. Beast actually has Crohn's disease, which is why I'm actually really amazed that he can make so many videos and like do so many things in his videos, because it's really limiting, especially for me. So basically what happens is I'm allergic to a lot of different types of foods.
Wasn't always like this.
I wasn't this way. I used to be, my life was so great when it came to food. Before college and during the first part of college, I could eat anything. Pizza, sushi, soda, whatever. I could have everything and my life was good.
Then everything changed when Fire Nation attacked.
But at some point in college, I just started like having to go to the bathroom more and more, like 3 times a day, which was weird. And then I started like having constant diarrhea every time I went to the bathroom. And then that got so bad to the point where it's like, okay, when I'm driving, I have to literally know where all the places I can stop to go to the bathroom are, because I do not want to crap my pants while driving. It's like a serious limiting problem, and like 1% of people, I think it's 1% of people actually suffer from this. Like 10% of people suffer from irritable bowel syndrome, which isn't actually as bad. Like when you break it down, you can stop your IBS by just not eating certain things that are bad for you, like soda and stuff with high fructose corn syrup, and there's a lot of food science, like food nutritional science that goes into this. But basically what happens to me, why it's extra bad when you have inflammatory bowel disease, is your digestive system is inflamed. Therefore, if you eat food, you don't really get the nutrients. The nutrients doesn't get absorbed completely. Like for me, everything I eat, like if my stomach is like constantly angry at me, it's like constantly in pain. And because of that, because it's inflamed, it doesn't absorb, I'm iron deficient, I'm vitamin B12 deficient, I'm deficient, vitamin D deficient, I have deficiency in other things, but like kind of what's important about those 3 I named is iron helps your blood carry oxygen, so that's kind of important. B12, like it keeps your energy up. I'm not a medical doctor, okay? I'm a computer science software engineer type person who makes videos on the internet. And then D, vitamin D is the one that keeps kind of like, I don't know, I think it does something with your muscles. So I actually have to take crazy amounts of vitamin D supplements, otherwise I just have body aches all the time. And also, vitamin D keeps you from being depressed, so it's kind of important. But yeah, so basically what's been happening this week is I've been having a flare-up. Everything I eat has been making me sick. And I've been really tired because I've had like no energy, and it's just been freaking terrible. I'm allergic to so many things, right? It's like, okay, if some things are bad for you, why don't you just eat the stuff that's good for you? It's not that simple, because lots of things are really bad for me. So I don't know if you know about the low FODMAP diet. It's very strict. Like if you think vegan is strict, no, this is even stricter. Like there's certain vegetables you can't even have and blah blah blah. It's crazy. But yeah, I can't like eat soy, I can't eat eggs, I can't eat certain types of sugar, I can't. It's very limiting. Like it's easier to tell you what I can eat than what I can't eat. Yeah, it's obnoxious. And this affects like 1 in 100 people, but like it affects a lot of people. And even though it's not like cancer, which like kills people, and even if it's not like PKD, which is polycystic kidney disease, where it's like, okay, your kidney's dying, your kidney's like killing itself. IBD is like a problem, and most people don't really talk about it because it's like, it's embarrassing. It has to do with poop. It's like, right, most people know about IBS, they're like, oh, diarrhea, oh, all this other stuff. It's not like, you know, if you tell someone, hey, my kidneys are messed up, it's less embarrassing than saying, hey, I have problems, like I might my pants because of this. Yeah, it's just, it's ridiculous. So like, this has always been a problem when I worked at Microsoft, like, and I had to drive back and forth. I actually, like, in the morning, I had to know where I could stop to go to the bathroom on the way back. I don't drive in traffic for this reason. I spend a lot of time at home because I can't really go to restaurants to eat because most of the stuff there is bad for me and will make me sick. I am an Indian person who can't eat Indian food. It's so messed up. I grew up eating Indian food and now I can barely eat any of it because there's so many things in Indian cuisine that I just can't eat because it will make me sick. It will make me have diarrhea. It'll just like, it's just terrible for me. I'm the Indian person who can't eat mangoes. I don't know if you understand how ridiculous that is because Indian people love mangoes. I love mangoes and I am allergic to mangoes now. If I eat mangoes, my stomach is gonna like murder itself. It's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, so basically I've been living with this for like since college, and it's a very difficult thing to deal with. It's very limiting because like right now my full-time job is making YouTube videos. If I wanted to work for a company where I need to commute, this would be a problem because if I have an interview set up and I have to go to the interview, I don't know if like randomly right before the interview, I'm gonna have a flare-up and I'm not gonna be able to drive to the interview. It's terrible. It's like I have to tell my friends that, hey, I'm not sure I can show up to this. Before I had this disease, I was the most prompt person ever. I would never be late for anything. I would always show up like 15 minutes early to things. I was just type A, super on it. And then after I got this disease, it's just, I can't. It's physically not feasible for me to be early to things because like I can't control it. And like another big part of this is stress. So the more stress I have in my life, the more kind of my body attacks itself. Basically what inflammation is it's the body trying to heal itself by doing all these things. It gets all red, it increases in size, and it kind of like, so inflammation itself is a good thing, but the problem is that your body is hurt and it's constantly getting inflamed. So the inflammation, it takes a lot of energy from your system to kind of like do that stuff. And I'm not a medical person. Like I've only like learned about this. Like if you have any problems with your like digestive system and going poop, that just sounds so stupid, but if you have these problems or anyone you know has these problems, you should go get checked for like if you are allergic to any foods, because like IBS can be is pretty simple. Like you can check your food allergies and you can check if you're eating stuff with too much sugar, because that kind of stuff like just makes you go. But like when you have IBD, like Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, it affects your nutrition, affects your energy, it affects your actual system. Like it's attacking itself. Like I have internal bleeding because of this. It's just not fun. But yeah, if you have these kinds of problems, you should take it seriously. Like, you know, don't be embarrassed if you like find yourself having to go to the bathroom a lot, or if sometimes you like can't control yourself. It's a serious medical issue and you can get checked. You can go to the doctor and they can like check your insides with a scope. to see if there's like inflammation and stuff. And like personally, I've gone to the doctors, and what's weird with me is I have inflammation, but it's not like in the same place for ulcerative colitis, and I don't have the genetic markers for Crohn's disease. So it's just some weird type of IBD. And like the other thing about this is people who have IBD, they aren't all affected by the same foods, right? So it's like, so you would think, hey, I have this disease. Let me go online and check with other people who have this disease, what they eat and what they do, so that I can learn from them and do the same thing to kind of heal myself. It doesn't work that way. I am affected by different foods than other people. I messed up like the last month, right? I was starting to get better, and then I started eating things that I shouldn't have been eating, and then I got really sick. And now I'm kind of back on all I can eat is rice and chicken and water, and it's not fun. And even when I eat those, I still feel sick. Like I'm in a constant state of my stomach is hurting and I can't really go anywhere. Like I hate going to the city because you can't, like they always lock up the bathrooms. I don't like going places where there's like one bathroom. Like this is a serious problem. This is part of the reason why I'm probably not ever going to VidCon, why I don't travel, and like, you know, kids, like honestly, like my mom always said, the one thing that you have is your health. Make sure you don't take your health for granted. Like I don't know if I did anything to cause this or if like it just started in college for like no reason, but if there's something wrong with your body, you need to like try and figure out what it is and like how you can fix it and what you should stop doing, because it's no fun and like it can really limit you. And like if any of you do have had a problem like this, like I hope this video's kind of helped you, because you know, like I'm kind of on my own with this. My parents don't understand it. And they're like, just eat some khichdi or dal chawal because that will help you. Eat yogurt. I can't eat yogurt. I'm allergic to dairy, like all parts of the dairy, like casein, the whey, the lactose, like all parts of the dairy. And my parents don't get it, and they like, my dad even yesterday, he's like, you know why? Because you've been spending all this time at home making YouTube videos and not working a real job. Of course you're gonna be sick. I'm like, yes, that makes sense, Dad. Yes, that's exactly how it works. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna end the video here, but yeah, that's basically why you haven't gotten a video for the past week, because you know, I've been kind of dying. But hopefully tomorrow I will have another video because I feel pumped and I have the script. The script is ready to go. Yeah, and I hope you enjoy the video. If you like kind of educational, like talking stuff like this where I'm not highly editing things, please let me know in the comments below, and let me know if like, you know, you're affected by this kind of stuff. I don't know, don't give out medical info in the comments if you don't want to. But yeah, and as always, never share your password.